Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how I clean my makeup brushes. So I like to use coconut oil. You could use any coconut oil you have. And I'm using baby soap. You could use antibacterial soap as well if you don't have baby soap, but I'm using the baby soap today. And I like to put the water on to like a warm setting, so I'll turn the hot water on first and then put the cold water on and adjust it that way. We all know how to make warm water. We're all adults. I don't have to teach you guys how to do that. So I'm starting with my face brushes because these take me the longest to clean, especially my foundation brush and my beauty blender. Oh my gosh. So I take a little bit of coconut oil and then a pump of the soap and start to mix that into the brush, and as you can see, it instantly starts to remove the foundation from the brush. The oil really breaks down the product, and then the baby soap helps really cleanse it, and just them two components together make for the best brush cleaner in my opinion. So I do this a couple of times until the water runs clear when I begin to rinse out the brush. So I do it multiple times, and I do this for all my brushes. It's pretty repetitive throughout the video, so I do speed up some clips just because, you know, we're trying to get the ball moving. You guys don't want to sit here watching a 20-minute video of how I clean my brushes, so that's why everything is sped up. Anyways, moving on to my Real Techniques beauty sponge. As you can see, I like to squeeze the beauty sponge in my hand and then slowly release it underneath the water to help build up that water in the sponge. That's also going to help melt that foundation that's built up in the sponge back down to its liquid state, so it's easier to remove. And then I take a lot of the coconut oil when doing my beauty sponge every time I go and keep cleaning it, just because I have so much foundation that builds up in that sponge. That oil really helps break it down, so that's why I do that. But I do have two of these sponges, and one was older than the other, but I didn't know which one was which, and I cleaned one off camera and it cleaned perfectly. And then this one was a little stubborn, so I did it a couple times and I couldn't get it perfectly clean. However, it was better than how it was before, but this just must have been the older sponge out of the two. And I show you here that sponge and then the one that I cleaned prior, and you can see how clean it was. So that one was just being a little stubborn, and yeah. So now moving on to my bronzing contouring brush. This one is from Wet n Wild as well. Wet n Wild has the best affordable brushes at the drugstore in my opinion. So I just want to throw that out there really quick. But as you can see, this is turning into some coffee looking water. It is disgusting. And yeah, that's why I wanted to show you guys how I cleaned my brushes. They really needed some tender loving care, and I wanted to film it, so here you go. As you can see, I do this until the foundation is all out of the brush. Oh, not foundation, the bronzing and contouring powders, the makeup. You guys know what I mean. Because I'm watching this as I'm doing it, so that's why I'm kind of like just so you guys know. But like I said in the earlier clips, that I do that until the water runs clear, and then I'm just putting it on the side. And a lot of these steps are repetitive. I just take my time with each brush when it comes to my face brushes. And then when I get to products like my highlighting brushes and my like eye brushes, I wash those in groups just because it's all the same product and it's all getting cleaned out anyway, so it's not going to do anything to the brush. So I like to group them all and just kind of, you know, speed up the process because I have a lot of eye brushes, and I mean, I have the time to take 45 minutes to clean my brushes if I do each one, but I don't want to do that. So I like to just group them all up and clean them that way because it's not going to do anything to the brushes, but I do like to keep the brushes in a downward motion. That way the water doesn't fall back into the actual wooden brush or whatever brush type it is. That way it doesn't mess it up and doesn't make the bristles fall out. So I like to keep everything in a downwards setting, I guess. And yeah, pretty repetitive like I had said. I just do this to all my brushes. And I do have a video about my favorite brushes that I will link somewhere on the screen for you or down below if you guys want to check that out. They're my favorite brushes out of all these brushes that you're seeing me clean right now. So if you want to see that, make sure you check it out. So once they're all clean, I like to go through each brush and do little swirling motions to see if there's any other makeup left in the brush, and then to also get my fluffier brushes back to their fluffy state so they could, you know, dry that way so it doesn't mess up how they're supposed to be. And then, like I said, I like to group all of them up. Same thing for the drying process. I just like to sweep them back and forth on the towel, and then I will start to line all of them up, and I will leave them there to dry. I like to have them all color coordinated just because it's just an OCD type of thing that I have. And yeah, I just line them up and leave them overnight, and that's pretty much how I clean my brushes. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and hope this was helpful. If I find another way to clean my brushes, I'll definitely let you know. And your hands do get a little messed up from being under the water for so long, but don't worry about that. It's fine. I will check you guys out in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, guys.